There's been a lot of talk about how the medic weapons in Battlefield 5 aren't that great in comparison to the rest of the weapons, and while they're not as strong overall as the assault rifles, there's one that does shine above all the rest. Today, we're going to talk about the MP34. The MP34 is the second to last weapon you'll unlock within the medic class. This weapon does have a fully automatic and a semi-auto rate of fire, and it has a pretty slow rate of fire unless you upgrade for the rate of fire increase, which I tend to do. But with that increase, it does go up to 599 rounds per minute, which does make it pretty strong in close quarters combat and hip firing down your targets, unless of course you're fighting another SMG or a KE7, which just dominates everyone everywhere. The MP34 does have one slight drawback, which may have shied people away from trying it out. It only has 20 rounds in the magazine unless you increase the magazine size. Now if you increase the magazine size, it will go up to 32, which is on par with the rest of the weapons within the medic class. However, you do lose the rate of fire on that one, so it's a kind of a trade-off depending on what you would prefer. If we look at stats, it does have the highest accuracy and control for the most part in the medic class. Now there are a few that do outdo it, like the MP40 or the Sten, and the reason why I don't use those over this one is that the MP34 just seems to be strong at all ranges. So the MP40 doesn't have a single fire option. It doesn't have a semi-automatic option. So if you're using the MP40 and you're trying to engage medium to long range, you're going to have a hard time doing it. The MP34 has both those options, so you're able to switch back and forth and engage at all ranges. This weapon is a beast. It just will melt people very quickly. It's great at hip fire. It's great aimed down sights. Overall, very strong weapon. Even though the Sten has a little bit more accuracy, the MP34 I just feel performs better, and that might be down to a personal preference thing, but I prefer the MP34 over the Sten in that case. If we continue to look at stats, if we compare the MP34 to the other assault rifles within the assault class, and only the ones that have fully automatic and semi-automatic fire, since that's kind of what I look for in a weapon, is adaptability to the situation, the MP34 is very comparable to assault rifles in the game, which is probably why I like this one so much. Even though you do have the lower magazine count, it's only beat out on accuracy off of the STG. The STG has higher accuracy, and the 1907 has more damage. But other than that, it's on par with the rest of the stats. The assault class is by far one of the stronger classes in the game, and when I'm running the MP34, I kind of feel like I'm actually running assault, but with a med pack and a syringe, as opposed to a rocket launcher and some dynamite. So if you're having trouble finding a weapon within the medic class, I highly recommend the MP34. And now when we move over to the specializations, neither tree is really all that bad. There's only two that I don't really like using. I always use the high velocity rounds, which makes your rounds travel a little bit faster, so it's easier to hit targets at range. Again, that's an adaptability thing. I like weapons to be adaptable, and being able to hit someone at range helps with that quite a bit. The other option, if you feel like you're just getting beat in gunfights, is to be able to aim down sights just a little bit quicker. So that's the other option on the first tier. Again, I use high velocity every single time because of the adaptability. The second tier is all about recoil, so you get to choose either horizontal or vertical. Personally, I picked the vertical recoil. The horizontal recoil is not that bad on this weapon, unlike some of the other ones, like the MP24 or the one above it. I believe it's the MP24. The horizontal recoil on that thing is ridiculous, but on this one it's really not that bad, so I choose vertical, and that also leads me down into the increased rate of fire. If you decide to go horizontal, then you're going to get the extended magazine with the 32 rounds available as opposed to the 20. Now one thing to note is you're not going to see anything on this tree that increases the hip fire for this weapon. So this weapon is not designed, it looks like, really to be a hip fire monster like you can make the Thompson or the MP24. This one is more around aiming down sights and actually hitting targets at a distance, as opposed to constantly being run and gun up front. On the last tree, you have two options of either a bayonet, which I have never used in Battlefield 5, or to be more accurate when you're stationary, aim down sights and stationary. I choose the aim down sights and stationary. I'm not going to be bayoneting people. If I'm going to melee somebody, I'm just going to use my normal knife, so I always choose aim down sights and stationary. So overall, I like to go to the left hand side of this tree, but if you want that higher magazine count, you can't go wrong with just the right hand side. It really is player's choice, but this weapon is very adaptable. Everyone should find something that they like about this weapon. It's good hip fire, it's good range, it's good aim down sights, unlike a lot of the other ones within the medic class. So I highly recommend giving this weapon a go. if you haven't already. In the comments down below, let me know if you've tried the MP34. If you have, if you liked it, what you liked about it, what specialization tree did you use, or if you don't like this weapon, tell me why not. If you made it this far, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate all of your guys' support. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in game.